Toastmasters Club meeting. We're going to start the meeting, but first I would like to announce our housekeeping rules. We encourage you to check internet connections, cameras, microphones, charging devices, and adjust your devices proportionally compared to your body height so that your face and your upper body can be seen clearly. Please keep in mind that we are in a professional but supportive environment of Toastmasters International meetings. We want to present ourselves the best we can. Be punctual is appreciated. Please mute or turn off your microphone unless you are speaking. Let's minimize distractions and appreciate people who are speaking. In the event of emergency, the host can mute the participants. Please turn on your camera when you can. We want to see smiles, and you're welcome to show gestures such as thumbs up, nodding, clapping, etc. Try to look at your camera when delivering a speech. Remember to look for the timer before you delivering your speech and pay attention to the time so you will not be over time. Call out the name of the person you're referring to before you start talking. So if you want to call the GE, time is yours, something like that, right? And then if you want to see everyone, you can switch your view to gallery view. But in this meeting, we will try to spotlight the speaker as much as we can. Now, I would like to welcome our president to open the meeting, Natali Cahyadi, Distinguished Toastmasters.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Pipit Andriani, our surgeon at arms. Welcome everyone to Bhinneka Online Toastmasters Club meeting number 15, March 21st, 2021. Are you guys excited?
It's tired, but yeah.
Awesome. I'm so happy to welcome you all. And I would like to also say thank you to all the visiting Toastmasters who came to our club meeting and also lent us a hand. We have Asti from Eagle Toastmasters Club. Thank you. We have Dini, our honorary member from Heroes Toastmasters Club. Thank you. We also have Grammarian, Dini from Malang Toastmasters Club, another honorary member. Thank you, Dini, for coming. And we also have our first time visitor from Denpasar Bahasa Club Toastmaster Emi Ermiah. Thank you for coming and helping us. Toastmasters is a global organization, and as I can see, all of us here are Toastmasters members. So I'll just go straight to remind you about our Toastmasters mission and values. So Toastmaster core values are respect, service, integrity, and excellence. And Toastmasters mission is to provide a safe environment for members to practice public speaking and leadership skills, and then to help fostering growth for each of our members. In Bhinneka Online Toastmasters Club, we also have our own club values, and we call it ABC. It's appreciate each other's, build each other's up, and celebrate our successes. And today we have a great news, and we want to celebrate our members' successes in ARIA G1 contest, which just finished 2 hours ago. So I would like to say congratulations to Robin Chan, first winner, international speech and also speech evaluation. Congratulations to Desi Eva, first winner table topic contest. Congratulations to Lufti Ahmad Jasuli, second winner speech evaluation contest. And also congratulations to Marendra Dika, third winner table topic contest. Awesome. I'm so proud of you guys. I'm just like so touched and so proud. I feel like a mama, hen looking at my chicks. Oh,
Mama bear.
No, I'm too cute to be a bear. So, looking at the
Bear
whole
is
thing.
cute, teddy bear.
Thank you, Pipit. Looking at the whole thing, among 9 winners, we grabbed 5 spots. For a club that just established for 3 months, it's an amazing feat. And I would like to congratulate all of our members, mentors, and let's take this time to unmute ourselves and give claps to all of our members and winners.
Yay! Congratulations to all winners.
If you're not there this year as one of the winners or one of the contestants, don't worry. We still have next year. So practice, because practice makes permanent. And next year you can see yourself in that stage. Awesome. All right, that's it. And then I would like to call upon the Toastmaster of the meeting to get straight into the business. So please welcome distinguished Toastmasters, Pipit and Riani.
Thank you so much, President Natali Cahyadi, DTM. Today, I will be your Toastmasters of the meeting. My job, if there were guests, ladies and gentlemen, I will have to explain what Toastmasters is, and also the segments of this meeting. So, just to be quick, Toastmasters is an international organization that fosters not only public speaking skill, communication skill, but more importantly is leadership skills. So the tagline of Toastmasters is where leaders are made. So welcome to Toastmasters. I know some of us here are still new. And next, you will be the Tom. So watch and learn. Okay, next one that I will have to explain is there are three segments in this meeting. First is the prepared speech session. In this session, our members have prepared projects and they will deliver a speech from these projects. And then the second one is table topic session. This table topic session is also open to guests who are not Toastmasters members. So this is where they can practice their speaking off the cuff or speaking while thinking at the same time for 1 to 2 minutes. And last but not least session, this is also a very important session, is the evaluation session. In this evaluation session, the speakers will receive feedback from the evaluators because this is one of the very important ways to improve ourselves, right, in our communication skill. Now, without further ado, I will also explain the theme of today's meeting. The theme of today's meeting is spring into spring. I know we live in the equator, in the Katulistiwa. We don't have a spring, but let's pretend that there was. Okay, spring is actually one of the most exciting seasons in the four-season country. This is where the flowers start blooming. In some of the countries, this is when students start their new year of studying, right? So, but let's just pretend we actually have spring here and we model after the spirit of blooming, the blooming of new hope in the spring season. Speaking about blooming, this will be our word of the day. But if you're not sure the meaning of blossom, sorry, blossoming, blossoming and blooming almost similar. Okay, but if you're not sure the meaning of blossoming or to blossom, our grammarian will help us later. Now, but I will not be the one introducing the grammarian. The person who will introduce the rest of the team is actually our general evaluator. The general evaluator today is Ben Whittaker. Please take the stage, Ben.
All right. Thank you, Pipit. Welcome, everybody. And we're having a great meeting. Again, I want to just add on to what our president said and congratulate all of our winners. Our division contest is going to be jam-packed with a bunch of people in this club. So no more friendly, nice guy. It's on. Anyways, that's the competitive side of me. All right. So I'm the general evaluator for today, and we have a team that we've compiled from all over Indonesia, which is fantastic when we can have so many people come together and help us. Let me introduce our role takers for the day that will help me evaluate everything in the meeting. First, we have our counter, Toastmaster Emmy. Again, she is from our Debat Bali Toastmasters here, where she is considered the Balinese queen, works in the food industry. She's been a member of Magical Bali Toastmasters in the past as well. And, like most of us, she's in Toastmasters to help us overcome her fears of public speaking. And I think she's done a great job since I've known her. So our counter, Emmy, take it away. Where did she go?
Yeah. Hi everyone. So my role tonight is am I visible and audible?
Yes.
Okay. So my job tonight is as an counter. Most of you I think knows that what counter did. I will account your I and during your speech and some of the awkward and filler sound. But please don't worry about that. I just want to remind you that if we are just thinking about how many I and we made, that it will be stopped or it will distract um, our speech. So please just speak up, and then in the end of the meeting, I will report my iron content. Thank you.
All right, awesome. Thank you, Emmy. Fantastic. And my hero, all the way from Hero, I bet you that's never been said before. Our timer today, she is a drama lover who loves coffee and tea. I like that too. All right, our timer, Denny from Heroes, take it away.
Gini,
Thank you,
not
Gini.
Daddy.
Dini.
Yeah, Dini. Thank you, GE. So as a timer, I will guide the speakers in their speech to aware about the time. There will be 3 sessions in this meeting: prepared speech with 3 speakers, and then table topic, and also evaluation. Make sure you pin me. I will show the background. So green for the minimum time and yellow for the medium, means you can stop your speech, and then the maximum time will be red, means you must stop your speech, otherwise you're eligible to be voted as the favorite speakers. And I think that's all from me. Don't forget to pin me while you do your speech. Back to GE.
All right, thank you, Dini. Right? Got it. Yes. Oh, fantastic. Our next role taker is our grammarian, Denny, right? She's from Malang Toastmasters. She gave me a little bit of a longer intro. She's been a tutor for 8 years, and before joining Toastmasters, it was, like a lot of us, difficult to communicate with her parents. But after Toastmasters for the last 3 years, she's a lot more confident in being able to communicate with her parents. And the idea is that me as a teacher, I try to tell my students as well, guys need to talk to your parents. They're just people. I know they're scary, but that's one of her passions she loves to do. So let's welcome our grammarian, Denny, to explain her role.
Thank you so much, our GE. So as a grammarian tonight, I will take notes on the grammatical errors or the beautiful phrases that the speakers are mentioned, and then also I would like to take note on the mispronunciation. But before that, I would like to introduce our word of the day. As our Tom has mentioned that our theme is spring, about spring. So the word of the day is blossom. The meaning of blossom is to produce flowers. When you talk about flowers, of course, or plants, and then when people blossom, it means that they become more attractive, successful, or confident. And when they have good feelings or relationships blossoms, they develop and become stronger. So don't forget to use our word of the day during your speech. And I will also count the word of the day for tonight. Thank you. Back to G.
All right, thank you very much. And you've heard her talk before. Let's let her talk again. She's doing a lot of roles. She's our Tom, it looks like, and she's also our Zoom host, and she's also our ballot counter. Lady of many hats. So let's welcome our a lot of roles today, but in this case, the ballot counter, Pipit.
Hello, everyone. We know we've just passed the area contest, right? But area contest is not that special in terms of we actually have contests every time we have a meeting. So this is the reason why I'm here. I'm the ballot counter. You will be asked to vote who is your best prepared speaker, who is your most favorite table topic speaker, and who is your most beloved evaluator. Okay, so see you at the end of the session, and I will launch the poll for you.
All right, very well. And again, as a GE, I will wrap up the whole entire thing and tell you how we did at the very end when we get into the evaluation section. But let me give it back to the person that just gave it back to me, who I gave it to in the first place, who gave it to me. Are you following me? You got it? It's a little inception. Anyways, let's go back to our Tom to start this meeting off. Pivot.
Thank you so much that you finally returned the control back to me. I couldn't wait then. All right, so let's start our first session. The first session is the prepared speech session. We have 3 speakers today. The first speaker is Marendra Dika. The second speaker is Lyla Hasana. The third speaker is Intan Rawit. You know what's the similarity between all of these speakers? All of them will do the same projects, which is level 1 project 2B. But of course, they will talk about different topics, right? Now let's start with our first speaker. Our first speaker is Marendra Dika. He's actually an engineer, but he blossoms into social media because he loves Instagram, he loves YouTube, he loves Facebook. So today he will talk about it. His speech title is Have Fun with Instagram with the project level 1 project 2B. The title of this project is Evaluation and Feedback Second Speech. The purpose of this project is for the member to present a speech on any topic, to see feedback and apply the feedback to a second speech. Also, for the member to demonstrate that he or she has applied the feedback received from his or her first speech. Okay, so without further ado, please welcome Marendra Dika. Have fun with Instagram.
Am I audible? Cool. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmaster, I'll be straight. Who doesn't have Instagram? Raise your hand. Doesn't have. Haha, okay. All of you has right. Come on, it's wonderful. So I would like to tell you why it is not only wonderful, but also amazing, awesome, fabulous, you name it. First of all, I used to live in Jakarta, Bintaro 9 area for about 10 years. And then suddenly I have to move to Garut, somewhere, nowhere, remote area. I have no one, nobody, no big family, just friends and college. And I realized I was so isolated. What I'm going to be doing? So I realized Garut is one of the most famous city, or to be honest, regency in West Java because it has more than 1,000 mountains, if I'm not mistaken, including small mountains. So I come up with idea, how if I present the beautifulness of Garut, not only the landscapes or the mountains, but also the culture, the people, and everything to around the globe, especially to my family that far away from me. So that story began. I add 1, 2, 2, until you can see above there, 13,000.7, yeah, something like that. It's a very lot of posts that I've made so far, including following more than 4,000. To be honest to you guys, if you are living somewhere out there and you are far away from family, one of the easiest and funniest and happy way to inform, to present, to acknowledge or to know something somewhere else using the social media. At this time, I'm using Instagram. Why is it Instagram? It is easy. If you post photos, it could be from your mobile phones or mirrorless or DSLRs. That's very easy. You can post process it and posting it. And the video one, Instagram is also helpful. It needs a 1 minute only. Most of us takes 1 minute. If the bait is on the mouth, you just swallow it. It's nice. That's for sure. Instagram nowadays is not only the way that you store the photo or videos from your family experience or family moments, family time, as you can see above there. Yeah, it's my family photos when I was celebrating my 40 years old. It's very easy. I just went to a restaurant here in Garut and spent from the 9 a.m. until 7 p.m. taking photos and videos until everyone enjoy. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you still do not active in Instagram, but you're curious what's the good in Instagram, see that Instagram is not only be your place to store that video and photo, but also check it out. I have already written down there my phone number, and the down below there, there's email address. So the people can contact me if they would like to have their photos taken, yes, or the short movie made or short video taken. That's very easy because actually the communication between me and the clients will solve 90% of the ideas, and more of that, the deal will be made if everything is clear and the theme is clear. So from now on, please bring this Instagram to our world, blossom it to your world. Enjoy Instagram more than you had to do earlier. Pay attention to the benefits. It is just not only a showcase for you, but also for the people that care for you, pay attention to you. And by the Instagram, they will see, not only see, but you yourself can see anything from the world through the Instagram. Basically, as I did above there, I follow a lot. If you pay attention to the following items I made or I had, I follow anything from the Antarctic to Arctics to the Middle East to the North America, to South America, to the Vatican, to Saudi Arabians, to Japan, South Korean. If we watch the photos and videos and we enjoy, live with it, we do not spend a lot of money to enjoy the entertainments of the world. Photos or video, they are already available. You enjoy everything. Just watching movie, short movie in Instagram, that will help you. And at the end, what I would like to tell you is sometimes you need at times to realize that the inner or hidden talents need to be sharpened, to be polished. And this is the way of I do. Maybe you are not has to do with Instagram things. How about TikTok? How about YouTube? How about any idea else? So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to ensure that the way I'm happy with my Instagram, it is an example of I do enjoy my life. And not only that, a side income came to my pocket. It is good. Why? Because I'm doing it from something that I do love. Well, of course, I got salary from my being engineers, but these things is something else. There is no politicals behind this. It is just pure art. Ladies and gentlemen, find yours. That might be not Instagram for sure, but could be TikTok. Just enjoy it. Because during your lifetime, well, you will find yours. You will happy with this. And if the sad cash comes to your wallet, you'll be surprised. You're happy, your client happy, your family happy. So that's it. The blossom, the spring of new life begin. I give the control back to it is Tom. Your turn. Okay, I'm done with this.
Thank you so much, Marindra. Everyone, please check out Marindra's IG because he only has 2,621 followers. No big deal, right? So please, we need to add more followers for Marindra. Please go to your Instagram and find AWR Marindra Dika and click as fast as you can. Right, so thank you, Rendra, for your speech and also for mentioning the word of the day. Now, although I've been Toastmaster of the meeting before around 4,000 times in my 10 years in Toastmasters, but I still make mistakes. For example, I forgot to mention that Rendra will be evaluated by ASTI, but now I have mentioned it, so I make a correction. For the next one, the next speaker is Lyla. Lyla will also deliver the same projects. The second speech for the evaluation and feedback. The purpose of the speech is for the member to present a speech on any topic, receive feedback, and apply the feedback to a second speech. For the member to demonstrate that he or she has applied the feedback received from his or her first speech. And Lyla also blossomed into adulthood since she just got married a few months ago, and also she's looking for a scholarship in Australia. So if you have information, guys, just contact Lyla because she needs as much information as she can. And today's speech title is to be a human. So please welcome Lailatul Hasanah, who will be evaluated by Imelda, almost make the same mistake, who will be evaluated by Imelda Tabarat, and the speech is to be a human. Laila.
Thank you. Am I audible? Okay. Wait, let me pin the timer first. Oh, thank you. A friend of mine told a story that when it was her father's funeral, when people start leaving the cemetery, there were five strangers approach her father's grave. And these five strangers prayed fervently, even they cried on her father's grave. To see that, my friend wondered what happened. Why do they cry? Who are they? So my friend asked her mother and said, Mom, I'm sorry, my friend's voice is not masculine. So let me repeat again. Mom, oh, no, not that way. Mom, who are they? My friend said. And her mother answered, there are old scavenger, beggars, and street singer who often pass in front of our house. Your father used to give them, your father used to help them to collect any trash to be given to the old scavenger. So when the old scavenger came to our house, he doesn't need to look for, or he doesn't need to scratch the rubbish bin again. And your father used to also give some drinks and food and did a chit chat to every beggars and to every street singer who came to our home. So by hearing this story, I feel slapped and immediately ask myself, is anyone will cry when I die? Especially for those who do not know me, just like my friend's father case. I don't know. From this story, it makes me indirectly ask about the essence of human. Why do we feel as a human being and how to be a human? This is just a simple questions, just few short words, but this is unwraps the bundle of complexity, contradictions, and mystery in human life. Human beings means we live, we exist, we act. But to be humans means that we understand who we are and we understand what we live for and understand the precious of life. Immanuel Kant, a German philosopher, said, we are human because of our reasons. Like other species, we do things, we act, but unlike them, we give reason for our actions. And that, for Kant, is essentially what it means to be human. All our knowledge begins with the sense, proceeds then to the understanding, and end with the reasons. We process every day to be better and to become humans in essence. Having good manners, compassionate, responsible, not only for ourselves, but also for others. Become a person who benefits for ourselves as well as others. We understand that right is right and that is wrong is wrong. We do understand what is bad and what is good is good. So those lead and show us the value to be a human, and this is will be become and this will be reason of every action we take every day. So actually, by my friend's story, so just like my friend's story, who my friend's father has already found his essence of becoming his essence to be a human. So what he did, just becoming a reason of every action for doing a good thing for himself and also others. So this is just like not surprising for us. This is not surprising that there are people who remember him so much because of his actions, and that's why they feel lost so much over that. And I remember Kak Pipit quote said, life time is long but life is short. So because my life is short, I really want to look for who I am to be a human. Oh my god, I'm so nervous actually. So that is my purpose, because I think if I don't find who I am till the end I don't live. So how about you? Have you find who you are? Thank you very much and see you.
Wow, thank you so much, Lyla. But for the record, people, time is long, life is short. It's not a quote by me. It was a song by Stevie Wonder. Okay.
Yeah, I
So-
see. I often see you post it, and I remember that you quoted.
Yes,
Thank you.
that's the title for my album on Facebook, because that
True.
quote also resonates with me. Thank you so much, Lyla. And for the heartfelt presentation speech from Lyla. And I know she's crying now, that's why she's hiding. Although we're far away from each other, we can, your emotion can be transferred to us without any barrier. And also, I almost peed my pants when you pulled out Immanuel Kant. Actually, just yesterday, I read about Immanuel Kant. I think, therefore I am. So it was what a coincidence. All right. Thank you so much, Lyla. Okay, the next one is our last speaker for this session, Intan Rawit. Intan Rawit is also really blossoming on Instagram, people. She has more than 2,000 followers. Can you guys imagine? That's like a lot of people, right? Almost like Marindra Dika. And today she will deliver her speech, How Far Can I Go? Now, this speech is also from her projects, the same projects like the previous two speakers, Evaluation and Feedback Second Speech. The purpose of the speech is for the member to present a speech on any topic, receive feedback, and apply the feedback to a second speech. For the member to demonstrate that he or she has applied the feedback received from his or her first speech. With the speech title, How Far Can I Go? Intan Rawit will be evaluated by Vivi Amaliawati. Please take the stage, Intan Rawit. Let me find her and spotlight her.
Okay. Can I spotlight the
Timer? Yes. I will also do it for you.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
So you can see her. All right.
Hello. Okay.
Okay, Intan. Sorry.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. Let me ask you questions. When was the last time you did something that scared you? When was the last time you decided something that took you out of your comfort zone? Well, I did. Back in 2015, my university was looking for a teachers to teach Bahasa Indonesia in one of our partner university in China. When I heard that announcement, I just felt that it's time for my ship to sail. I want to explore a new thing. I want to experience a new life out there. And of course, I want to taste the adventure. So I prepared the document, I joined all the tests and just let it go. At the time, I didn't take any expectation because that was my first year as a lecturer. But you know what? 2 weeks later, I got a call that told me I was the chosen one. Well, do not think that I am the best candidate, but later on, I found out that there is no one applied for this program. So, ladies and gentlemen, lesson learned that lucky person is better than smart person. Well, I guess I considered myself as a lucky person. So, first problem solved, but I have to face the second problem. Yeah, I have to talk to my husband and ask for his permission. So I came home, I cleaned the house, did the laundry, and prepared a very nice meal. And when the bedtime came, I tried to talk to him. Well, honey, I have a good news and a bad news for you. Which one do you want to choose? Oh, uh, okay, good one first. He said, I said to him, well, don't be too excited. My salary will rise 6 times higher than now. Wow, how could it be? That was the bad thing, the bad news. I have to work overseas in China. Well, after that, we discussed many things and we came up with the conclusion. He said, okay, you may go, but you have to bring our son. Well, at that time, I was so confused. I know he's trying to test me, just trying to trick me. But it took me several days to think that decisions. I have so many situations in my mind. What if something happened, something bad happened to my son? What if he got sick? How if we cannot adapt the situations? And many things. Who will take care of him while I have to work? But later on, I realized that I missed one thing. Why do I have to think about the bad thing? Why don't I think about the good thing that will happen, the good possibility? Yes, I could bring my son to see the world, to experience new things, meet various kind of people. I think this is a good chance for him to broaden his horizon. And guess what? Yes, I took that challenge. We flew away, leaving our home sweet home and coming to unknown, unfamiliar place for both of us. The weather, the tradition, the food, the culture, even the language. Well, the first week was going very smooth, but not the second week. My son started throw tantrum every day. He didn't get enough sleep every day. At the daytime, he cannot enjoy food. Even he didn't want to stay in his school without me watching him. It just took 2 weeks for him to be very stressful, and he started to have a fever in 2 weeks in a row, and he got also infection in his toes. So I decided to take him to the hospital. And you know what? The doctor said that he needs to be hospitalized. Well, 1 week in a hospital was like hell for me because no food, no relative. Yes, Chinese food didn't. Chinese hospital didn't give food to the patient. We have to for ourselves, whether our relatives bring it or we have to buy outside. I was so desperate. I cried all day and night. My wallet also crying because every single morning the nurse will give me a small piece of paper that show the bill. So I have to pay at the same day if I have to continue the treatment. That was how it works in China. And then to other surprise, the doctor told me that the diagnosis is Kawasaki disease. What? Excuse me, Kawasaki in my country is a brand of motorcycle. So I have no idea about this disease. So, because we cannot use Google, so later on I use VPN to browse that and find out this is a very serious disease. And the next day, the doctor also told me that she need to take the blood from my son's spinal cord to check whether there is leukemia or not. But this is not the end. The doctor also told a very surprising that made me want to faint at that time. My son has a narrowing blood vessel in his heart, and this is very serious. I was maybe I was blacked out at that time, but luckily my husband was very calm back then. He said to me that I just need to go home, go back to Indonesia and find another second opinion from the local doctor. So the next day I told the hospital that we want to go back to Indonesia. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what is the lesson learned from my story? We have to get ready for the best, but we have to prepare for the worst. Yes, that was my mistake, not to prepare well before taking my son going abroad. But I did not, at that time, I really regret my decision. I blame myself. But now I got the answer. Facing all those difficulties, feeling all those pain and challenge is the biggest source of growth and helps us to blossom. And knowing how far can I go? Well, no winter lasts forever. No spring skips its season. So fellow Toastmaster, I challenge you to do new things that scares you and feel the excitement. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much, Intan. Now let me spotlight myself. Actually, not to brag, people, before Intan delivered her speech, I already know about this story because she wrote it in her book. She published 2 books about her experience teaching in China. But it's always refreshing to listen to it again. Thank you so much, Intan. Yes. Okay, so before we close this session, I would like to confirm to our timer. Gini, can you please share the result of the timer? Are you putting it in the chat box? Gini? We cannot hear you.
Okay, so
Yes.
all of them eligible. Intan is the 6 minutes 52 seconds, others under 6 minutes 30 seconds.
Okay. Thank you so much. I don't know whether
Okay.
it's your connection or my connection, but I could not hear it really well. But I assume everyone is
I think
eligible
my
to be
connection.
voted. Yes.
Everyone is
Okay.
eligible, yes.
Thank you so much. Now, can we have group photo? So everyone, please turn on your camera. We have group photo because, like, for example, Intan needs to go. She told me that her parents are visiting, so she needs to be with them. Desi, are you here? Do you want to take photo with us? On the count of 5, Desi. Yes. Okay, let's go. Normal pose. 1, 2, 3. Da. Okay, let me paste that. Next one is blossoming pose. So pretend you're a flower and blossoming. Okay, now I only have one hand free. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm so jealous of Natalie. That's so cheating. 1, 2, 3. Got it. All right, thank you so much. Now I will give the control to Natalie, who will lead the next session. There you go. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmasters of the meeting, Pipit. All right, guys, welcome to Table Topic Session. This is a special session, impromptu session where you all can practice your public speaking skill, thinking on your feet, and speaking in front of the audience to, maintain your nervousness and also to build up your confidence. So that was the purpose of Table Topic Session. And I saw everyone here is a Toastmaster member. So if you want to volunteer, write down in the chat box your name and I will call you because today, Toastmaster Pipit, do we only have 3 speakers? Is it correct?
We have until 7 p.m. So you have 15 minutes, as many speakers as you can fit in.
Okay, great. Thank you. So please write down in the chat box your name, because this is first come, first serve, people. Just like the food, first come, first serve. Awesome. Now the topic of this meeting is spring into spring. Do you know that spring is actually the word that comes from springing up or springing out of something? So that symbolizes the season that symbolizes many different things. And that will be related to our topics today. Now, flashback a little bit about why I love spring is because when I studied and lived in Australia, during the spring season, jacaranda flowers, like a native Australian flowers, full of like purple, bluish hue, they were blooming in full blossom and decorating the university garden and also University Lake like beautifully. So I always enjoy the spring picnic and barbecue under the sunny blue sky. The weather and the temperature during spring season, as far as I remember, was just perfect. Nice cool weather, fresh breeze. The good thing is without humidity like Indonesia. No sweat, literally. So I love this season and I'm so excited to be the table topics master. And I would like to give you the chance to practice your speaking skill with several questions related to spring. I will give you usually I will give you some choices, but now I will just ask you the question right away. Okay, all good? Now I will call upon the first victim, volunteer. Let me see the chat box. Benji, no? Oh man, so many names. Skip Benji, okay.
Go to Desi and Robin.
Okay, so first volunteer, Desi, are you here?
I'm here.
Okay, are you ready, Pipit? Can you please start spotlighting Desi? Okay. Oh, by the way, Desi is the first winner of the table topic contest. Yay, congrats. Okay, Desi. So here is your question. Okay. The keyword is renewal. Renewal requires opening yourself up to new ways of thinking and feeling. It's a quote from Deborah Day, film director. So you can tell us your opinion about this. I will read it one more time. Renewal requires opening yourself up to new ways of thinking and feeling. Toastmaster Desi Eva.
Renewal. Renewal. It means that you have to open yourself to something new. There is the word re in there. It means that again. For me, if you say that renewal, it means that I've been in this stage and I have to see myself to blossom. I have to see other perspective from what I'm seeing right now. So when we talk about renewing ourselves, it means that we have nourished ourselves with the things that we have learned, then all the mistakes that we have done, and then we're going to blossom into something new, something better. So nothing wrong with being renewed, but you have to remember. You have to remember, it's not to let go, just to forget about the past. Take the lesson from the past and wrap it and let it blossom into something better, and then move forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Desi. So I hear from you that renewal is actually the beginning of something new. And just like you said, let go of the past and begin again for your future. So thank you for sharing that. All right, I'll go with our second volunteer. It's Toastmaster Marin Radika, our third place winner today. Woohoo! Rendra, are you ready? You're still mute.
Always.
Okay. Always ready or always on mute?
I think not mute. Okay.
Yes, now it's good. Okay, Rendra. Every flower blooms at a different pace. A quote by Susi Kasem, a writer. Every flower blooms at a different pace. Toastmaster Marendra Dika.
Every flower bloom at a different pace. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmaster, the Honorable Tom and all the committees. Everyone, each of us has a talent inside us, a deep buried since our self-born on earth. The case is that blossoming times is particularly different from other to another. Exactly. This is the job of us, individual of us. Since I was born, I thought that showing my three elder brothers trying to get their engineering titles at the last of their names is very amazing. Cannot make it. So I was trying. Can I make it? Then I get conversations from the right persons. My teacher, since I elementary school, she told me, you can be the engineer if you are on the paths to the engineer things, such as you love mathematics, English, and logics. It helps you. Long story short, I'm the engineer, instrumentation engineers, project engineers. If I have a jobs, I am project managers. But those are not short ways. Long story short. Ladies and gentlemen, every single of us has hidden, but we need to find it out our ways. At every flower had its own blossom pace. I have mine, and I believe you have yours. Just find it out. Get back to you, Tom.
Thank you, Toastmaster Marendra. Yes, I agree with you that each one of us has our own time and our own pace, and we should embrace it. So thank you for sharing that. A personal story as well, because I'm so happy that you have that teacher figure in one of your journey. So thank you for sharing that. Okay, third volunteer is Toastmaster Ratu. Hi, Toastmaster Ratu, are you ready?
Yes, I have to ready.
Ready or not, here is your question. Life is one big transition. A quote from Willie Stargell, an athlete. Life is one big transition. Toastmaster Ratu.
Life is one big transition because actually, like 20 years of your life spent, you don't know. I bet you don't know how meaningful your life is. You spent your entire life searching for meaning, searching for purpose. And it just need one moment. It just need a profound moment to make you realize that, wow, this is the purpose of life that I have to pursue. So life is a one big transition. I do hope that each one of you could get that moment, one big transition, that you can find your big goal, your long-term goal, that is make everything you do, even though it's struggling to do it, it was suffering to do it, you can make a meaningful out of it. Thanks to you. Back to our Toastmaster, table topic master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ratu, our third volunteer. Yes, I hear you. I hear you. That to live a meaningful life, we need to start from the place of purpose. So if we have purpose, then we can live a meaningful life. And after all, life is just one big transition. So thank you for sharing that. All right, our next volunteer is the first time in our first timers in Bhinneka, our counter Toastmaster Emmy. Are you ready? You're still on mute. Please unmute yourself. Yes. You're still on mute, Toastmaster Emmy.
Yeah, let's go. Just do
Okay.
it.
So a quote from Buddha, no matter how hard the past is, you can always begin again. No matter how hard the past is, you can always begin again. Toastmaster Emmy.
Thank you, Natalie. Everyone has their own past. No matter how bad, how pain, how hard, you still have a brighter and blossom future. Let me tell you something. Me is a kind of person that very difficult to moving on. I stuck in the past. I have so many struggles, so many pains, so many bullies in the past, and that's make me hard to moving forward up to now. Until one day, I met the psychiater to solve that my problem. I just met the psychiater once, and at that time, after we do consult, I decide not to see them anymore. The last one, never, because I find that all the problem, all our matter is back to our heart. So whatever happened to your life is nothing lasts forever. Just embrace, feel, and then moving forward. Thank you.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Toastmaster Emmy. No matter what happened in your life, just embrace, feel, and moving forward. So thank you for sharing. And thank you for opening up yourself, sharing some vulnerable moments in your past. And we all can relate to that. So thank you, Toastmaster Emmy. Okay, our last volunteer for today is Toastmaster Robin, who also today just won the International Speech and Evaluation. Congratulations. And now is your table topic time. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, so a quote from an author, Bob Proctor. Change is inevitable. Growth is a choice. Change is inevitable. Growth is a choice. Toastmaster Robin.
Change is something that happens in everyday life. Either we want it or we don't want, because change is inevitable. The only constant thing in life is change. Because if we don't change, life would be so boring. And if it's boring, life is meaningless. So, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, what do you mean by Israel? Sorry. Okay. Yeah. Change is inevitable, but growth is something that, change happens every single moment of our lives. But to grow, it's all a decision that we need to take every single time. For example, when you wake up in the morning, what is the first thing that you do? Handphone, check for message, check for Instagram, check for who likes my photo and all. This is something that it's usual for us. It's a habit that happens to us. But we constantly want to see what are the changes that happens in other people's life. But do we want to make this choice to change our own life itself? Instead of just, sometimes we just, I just woke up like this. These kind of pictures. Do you want to pretend to just woke up like this? No, right? But it's your choice to make every single moment count because change happens to all of us. So what is the change that you need to make? Perhaps you need to change your habits. Perhaps you need to change the way you start your day. Perhaps you need to change the way you you discipline yourself to come to Toastmaster meeting and to just do your speech. So what is the change that you need to make today? Because at the end of the day, it's all about what you decide. It's your choice. Because once you change for the better. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Robin. That's right. Change is inevitable and it's constant. The only constant thing in life is change. But growth is a decision we make every single day and every moment. So thank you for reminding us that bites of wisdom, Toastmaster Robin. Okay, that's all from me. There were 5 speakers. I would like to ask our timer, Gini, was everyone eligible?
Yes, everyone eligible.
Thank you very much. Please post the time in the chat box. And thank you for having me. I hope we all can learn and take some time to reflect so we can spring into spring with new hope and new spirit. Back to you, Toastmaster Pipit.
Thank you so much, Natalie. Now I will go straight to the next session, which will be led by Ben. So please, Ben, lead the next session.
Yay, me. All right, never mind. Anyways, well done. Fantastic meeting. Now we're in, I think, one of the most important parts of Toastmasters, as we all know, is the evaluation section. This is where we get to learn and really take a look at the mirror, the woman or the man in the mirror, and kind of really evaluate what we can do to make things better. Again, there's a lot of winners of contests, either speeches, table topics, and evaluations. The next level is going to get harder. So being able to sit there and take an evaluation and take constructive criticism and use it to get better is your only way you're going to be able to beat Natalie. Okay? Crushed. So that's my point, right? You have to be able to take that and just reconstruct everything and have that kind of motivation every single day. That's the point. And again, it's all good and fun. But we're going to start off with our first evaluator. And let me go find her. All right, our first evaluator, flying in all the way from Eagle Toastmasters. She considers herself a chocolate chip cookie. Crunchy on the outside, chewy on the inside. I think I have a joke in there somewhere, but I'm going to let you guys ponder that in your minds. Anyways.
Keep it clean.
What?
Keep it clean.
Hey, I'm just the one going to the fridge and getting a glass of milk to dunk the cookie, okay? Anyways, let's welcome our first evaluator, Toastmaster Asti.
Thank you. It's a Sunday signing and shimmering also is because I hear Rendra's speech. So, Mr. General Evaluator, fellow Toastmaster, welcome guests, and especially Rendra. So you serve the purpose of this speech because you apply all the feedback that given by the previous evaluator. And I particularly love about your opening when you hook me on that question, because who doesn't have an Instagram right now? Really? Anybody raise her hand? Okay. You did a great job also for your entire speech. You have that energy there, and well, overall, I enjoy it. But every speech could be better, right? I would like to give you a challenge on, okay, wait, I made a note. Okay, maybe you can add in more the personal stories about your struggle before you got the 2000, yeah, you you nail it 2,621 followers, but how actually you got it? It's not an easy thing to get that much followers. Maybe you just came in by doing something that's not an easy way that I get this much followers so I can have an additional income from Instagram. That's also a good thing, right? And another thing, maybe you want to add in more vocal variety, because when you do go outside for eat in the restaurant and you took a picture for hours, maybe your children also ask you, Daddy, can we eat now? While you're still taking a photo. Okay, let me take another photo first. that can also like you add in some more vocal variety. Also, it's a great that you give an example of the key to takeaway, because you show us that from Instagram you can actually have an additional income, and everyone actually have an inner hidden talent that need to be sharpened, and you show us that you blossom and spring of your new life. And that is maybe another thing. One more thing is an eye contact, because I also have a challenging on it, because the camera is here, but sometimes we want to see how people actually react when I see this, something like that, right? So yeah, maintain your eye level, and your actually you do the hand gesture, but we cannot see since your position, maybe your position, so we cannot see that hand gesture. So in summarize, you do the great job. You hooked me on the first question at the opening, and maybe you can add in more your personal struggle. Also, you give an example of the key to takeaway. And to be better, I would challenge you that maintain your eye contact. Then you have to add in more vocal variety and meaningful gesture. So I think that's all. I enjoy your speech and looking forward to seeing your future speech. Thank you. Back to you, G.
All right, thank you, Toastmaster Asti. Our next evaluator, the member of us, is finally someone part of our team that is a member of this actual club. Amazing. So let's welcome our second evaluator. She'll be evaluating. Where is it at? No, who's the second speaker? No. Evaluating.
Lyla.
Lyla, yes, I got it. Lyla, let's welcome Toastmaster Imelda.
Okay. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Thank you, Lyla, for sharing a great lesson that you had to be a human. I think when you deliver this speech, you prove to us that you are being a human. You aware of what happened to surround you, and then learn a great lesson, and you share with us. You prove that you are being a caring person. Well done with that. And the second thing that I really like from your speech, that you have a great opening. It is engaging story, and I can see that you work on your first speech evaluations, and I think this speech is much better, and then you work with all the feedback that your first evaluator gave, and then you have a good content, and then also a good structure. You open with an engaging story, and then you have a quote to support your story, and then you give the meaning of what to be a human, and also you challenge us with the questions, and then I think that's great. There are two things that I would like to recommend you. I think it is great, and it is much better if you choose the wording and the sentence that you are comfortable with, so you will not have to experience like in the middle of your speech that you're not be able to speak it smoothly. Yeah, so choose the words and sentences that you comfortable with, and then practice with it more and more. So I think congratulations. In conclusions, it's congratulations. You have a you do a great job, and then I think you will blossom to be a great speaker because you deliver it naturally, and I think all of us enjoy it. So thank you, and back to you, Tom. Thank you.
Back to me. Good job, Milda. Well done. Okay, sweet. Our third evaluator, we have 5 today, is another person from this club. Yes, all right, we're doing it. She'll be evaluating our third speaker. She is a tennis star. I heard she beat Serena Williams one weekend. That's what I heard. Not sure if that's true or not, but fantastic at tennis. She'll be evaluating our third speaker in 10. Let's welcome Toastmaster Fifi.
Okay. Am I audible well? Toastmaster Intan, I like about your personal story, about your journey to get new experience to get a job in other country, and later you share your experience during working there. Your speech title is How Far I Go. It makes me remember of Moana, a movie from Disney. Your story is mostly similar with her, having a great experience during the journey. You open your speech with question, when did the first time that you take the challenge? That is good. You maintain engaged with the audience. Then you started with your story. You have good speech content, starting the story with the sharing that you get the offer and then discuss with your husband and then continue with your experience there. It's good also to maintain your position stand up, allow us to see your body language well. I like all the details that you share. It shows your speech is in line with your speech content. I noticed you mentioned so many times. It will be better if you change it. For example, when you said, so I need to bring my son to the hospital. Instead of that, you can say, having this condition, I needed to bring my son to the hospital. You need to make your conversation with your hubby more alive. Play with intonation. Practice to have different vocal variety. For example, when you spoke as your husband, change your voice, more heavy. Then you also have to notice about your body language. When you said that I was desperate, but you speak with smile, that was not the right body language. You should speak slowly and nodding your head. That's the right body language to show the condition that you are sad at that moment. Also, you needed to do the speech pause. We need to give audience a time to digest your speech. If you are able to improve your vocal variety, body language, and speech pause, I believe that you will be able to bloom in your next speech and give remarkable stage to all the audience. Toastmaster Intan, looking forward to see your improvement or your next project. Back to GE.
All right, well done, Fifi. All right, the next 2 evaluators will be evaluating the first 2 evaluators because the first 2 evaluators are going to be completing a level, a project, which the purpose of the project is for the member to develop skills for delivering and receiving feedback. And the purpose of their speech, or again, their evaluation, was to deliver constructive feedback, and now they're going to get feedback from their feedback. So then they can go apply their feedback the next time they give feedback. Following me? No? Okay. Please stay with me. All right. So the first person to evaluate, our first evaluator, again, flew in all the way right behind the club member from Eagle. He is from originally from Makassar, living in Surabaya, working as a civil servant. And he's gracing us with his presence to help out a fellow clubmate, Asti. Go ahead, Toastmaster Ratu.
Thank you very much, Ben. Good evening, everyone, and good evening to our first evaluator, Asti. First of all, just because we are on the same Eagle Toastmaster, I will go easy on you. I'm kidding. Well, congratulations for doing your first evaluator. I can see that deep down through your body that you are so nervous, but then what I see on my eyes is that you are very relaxed, very friendly to our speaker, to our Toastmaster Marendra. So in the beginning of your evaluation speech, you have this like instant connection with the speaker, and that is very good. Also, you mentioned about the purpose of the speaker purpose, and this is actually the most important thing to mention, because you have to like understand what's the purpose to give a proper feedback, right? And also you give some facts about the speaker, let's say about the opening that you like, and also the power of the vocal variety that is very clear, something like that. The things that I noticed is that first of all you use but, right? You say this very spiriting, how to say, encouraging things, and then you say but. It feels like, oh, it doesn't matter what things I said before, this is the most important things you said here, right? So maybe for the next one you want to just not using any but for starter, or maybe you can say and the things that I learned and I'll see from your feedback is from your speech is this. And then also there is actually a distinguished difference between feedback and advice. I believe you already seen it on the Toastmaster curriculum or the materials. And let me remind you that the feedback is all about facts, the things that you see, the things that you listen to. And then the advice is all about opinion. And this is where I learned from your evaluation is that you say, maybe you can add about personal stories. For me, it sounds like an opinion. You can change it with the same meaning actually, but start with I. I didn't really catch your personal stories on your speech, right? The same meaning, but then the different nuance. That is my feedback. All in all, you did a very good job at delivering your first evaluation. Looking for your next evaluation. Thank you very much. Back to our GE.
All right, thank you, sir. And our last evaluator, who's evaluating our second evaluator, is none other than our club president, Natalie Chayati.
Toastmaster Imelda, it is such a pleasure and privilege for me to be able to help you in your very first evaluation in Toastmasters. I would like to offer you some things that I observe and some things that I hope can be a lesson that you can apply in your next evaluations. So let's start with the 3 things that I noticed and I was impressed from your speech. First, you started with your honest and heartfelt personal opinion about the speaker's speech. And I believe that that is the great base to start with, because you need to feel something. When you hear the speech, what do you feel? What do you get out of the speech? So, and you deliver it in such a heartfelt way. Second thing that I love was you used clear signposting. You said, okay, the first one that I like, the second one, the third one. And there are two things that I can recommend to you, Lyla. So it's very clear the way you structured your evaluation, and it's very easy to follow. Now, the third thing that I also like from your evaluation is you spoke with a good pacing and in a conversational tone. It was very encouraging, very friendly, and approachable. And as a new speaker, Lyla will feel encouraged when she hears that. Now, there are three things that I would like to recommend to make your evaluation much better than now. First, always evaluate based on project objectives. And not to say that you didn't do that. I'm pretty sure partly you have done it, just to be more intentional when you're listening and when you're looking at the speaker, to be more intentional in what is the objective or what are the objective. Okay, the objective is to apply the previous feedback. Has she done it? Tick. What can she improve? Then you can write down. So start from there, and then you can also add on other things that you notice. Second thing is, this is my formula or Natalie's formula. When you explain something, either commendation or recommendation, always have the what and the why. What is that good point, or what is that recommendation, and why you recommend that, or why you enjoy that. So you can say that, Lyla, I really enjoy your speech because it's such an interesting topic that we all can resonate with. So that's the what and that's the why. The third thing that I would like to recommend to you is to be specific. When you're giving recommendation in particular, always use concrete examples. For example, you said, Lyla, practice more. Practice more doesn't ring a bell. You can say, Lyla, I observed that your eye contact was a little bit here and there. So my suggestion for you is to practice looking at the camera, especially when you're speaking about that profound moments, because that will create engagement with the audience. So Imelda, great job on your very first evaluation. I believe you will go far. Just remember the three things to improve: evaluate based on project objective, the what and why, and give specific example. Back to you, Ben.
Awesome. Hey, Robin, are you there? Okay, just making sure, Robin. That's how you evaluate, by the way. Hope you were taking notes. This is my competitive side, people. This is the Toastmasters time to be a little competitive and get a mental edge. The rest of the year, it's all about congratulatory stuff. Anyways, that's very good. You'll hear more about it in my overall evaluation. But enough of me for a second. Great job, great meeting. Let's go to our role takers. But first, can we go
Time.
Yeah, I got it. Get out of here. Can we get a time check?
Okay, everyone eligible to be voted.
Nope. All right, ballot counter. You want to post the polls, ballot counter, so we can all vote. Thank you.
Everyone, 10 seconds. Let's go.
I can't vote. It doesn't let me click.
You can. I have removed your co-host position. I have fired you, Ben, and also Natalie, so you can vote.
Okay, let's see. No, I cannot. Still can't click on anything.
Really?
I'll just send you mine.
Oh, yeah. Got it. Yeah. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And polling.
Okay, cool beans. Again, great meeting. Let's hear from our role takers and how awesome they are. We already got our timers report. Fantastic job, timer. You are great. And I did get your back the whole entire meeting. Thank you for letting me know. And let's go to our counter, Toastmaster Emmy.
Thank you, Ben. Hi, everyone. I'm back with my report. I start from the speaker. Pipit, I want to know that should I count also the word of the day? I just forget that.
It's okay.
It's okay? Or that is the grammarian part?
Actually, I have counted it.
Okay, all right then. So I start with the speaker number one, Rendra. Congratulations, you did a great job. Actually, you have a clean sheet, except only one that I noticed. You still have a problem with uh, us. I keep my ear on, and I heard that in some word that you I heard that us. What we call it, I don't know. I just said it hers. And then speaker number two, Lyla. Oh yeah, Rendra said word of the day twice, blossom. And speaker number two, Layla repeated word and 3 times. So 3 times, and word of the day one. Intan, you did 3 times and so 3 times as well. For the table topic speaker, Desi clean sheet, one blossom. Rendra clean sheet, one blossom. It's still with a bit us. And then Ratu clean sheet, I don't know myself, and Robin only twice and for the Pipit as a Tom, you have a repeated word and also, and you know, only two, and word of the day I just heard only one. And what else? Natalie, you have a clean sheet. That's all. I get back to Ben. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Now let's go to our grammarian, Dini.
Thank you so much, our general evaluators. Yeah, it's time for me to report my findings about grammar. Actually, I was quite happy because I didn't really get the grammatical errors from you guys, only some. But I would like to focus on the awkward usage here. I don't know, it's quite tingling in my ears, like hook me, because as far as I know, hook is, if you use hook for the verb, it has a meaning to like to catch something with a hook, and also it has a slang meaning of something negative. And then also, if you want to use it as an attraction or something that to attract people, probably you can just change the sentence like the, you owe me with the opening, or you owe me with your speech, or I can get the hook from your opening. So make it as the noun, not verb, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong later. And then the next one is the mispronunciation. First, it's not isolated, but isolated. And then you have to pronounce the y sound for funeral, and then make and same is something like probably common mistake in Indonesia. We tend to like make and same. Yeah, so we have to put like diphthongs there, make and same. And also for this word is house, not house. And then this one is also common mistake, English. I think the right pronunciation is English. And then this one is not shimmering, but shimmering. And this one is not variety, but variety. And the next one is the new words or phrases, or the excellent use of words or phrases that you mentioned before. Scavengers is a person who collected or to clean the streets. And then bundle of complexity. I don't know, I like this use of phrases like abundance of complexity or many complexity. And then also I heard someone said nuance, it means like a slight distinction, so you can use it to show people that to bring different method or a slight different thing to your speech. And then also profound. I think it has the meaning, the same meaning like great, very great, or awesome, amazing. So you can also use this one. And yeah, I got a lot of beautiful quotes. I love all the Bhinneka's rule takers today because I can get a lot of beautiful quotes here. First, the way I'm happy about Instagram shows how enjoy my life. I love the thought, this person's thought, because sometimes we tend to be think that people who likes to post every time or every seconds is like I like. But yeah, I like your thinking about this. And then time is long, life is short. Wow, I love this quote as well. We have to be ready for the best. We have to prepare for the worst. And this one is also beautiful, very beautiful. No winter lasts forever, but no spring keeps its season. And let go of the past, learn from it, let yourself blossom in the future. And no matter how hard the past is, you can always begin again. And the last one is once you change for the better. And yeah, for the word of the day, I heard that Pipit mentioned 2 times, Marendra 4 times, Intan 1, Desi 1, and Imelda 1. Let me know if I missed you guys mention this word of the day. Back to you, our GE.
Thank you, Madam Grammarian. Fantastic job. All right. Well done. I'm going to give you guys my report. As you see the clock right now, it is 8:32. We are already 2 minutes over time, but our lovely Tom did say at the beginning that we're probably going to go over, so she's given me permission to go a really long time. Blame her. I'm going to be thorough a little bit, but pardon me for being a little fast because I do want to not take up too much of your time. Okie doke. How do we do? Fantastic. I do think we started a minute or two late, which is okay. This is great. Natalie shared in the beginning kind of like what we're going to be doing as a club with an international meeting, which just means probably a lot of work for us, as Pipit said. But the thing I did like, she did mention in the beginning, giving props, right? When we first started this club, we made it a message in a thing where we wanted to give people in our club like all of the glory that they deserve, right? If you do something in the club and outside the club, we want to make sure that everyone knows it to kind of make us look better and make you look great. So well done, Natalie, for doing that. Good job, Madam President. Okay, Pipit, she did get the background of Toastmasters. We didn't have any guests today. We had guests that were Toastmasters that were helping, which is great. But she did get the background, which is important to know that what we're representing, what we represent as Toastmasters, and kind of why we're here. Very good job there. And role takers, you guys did a fantastic job explaining your roles. Again, we can typically be lazy. I see a lot of clubs do that if there's no like first time people, but that's part of the role, right? Knowing that we know that you are capable of knowing what you're doing. That's kind of the point as well. All right. So well done with that. Now, our speakers, you guys nailed it. 3 fantastic speakers. Just great job there. And I'll get to your evaluators kind of highlighted what you wanted to do. And I do want to let our Tom, I would rather have the evaluators introduce the speakers and their speech programs and all that kind of stuff. It kind of shows a little bit that they made some contact throughout the week, and maybe they can come up with something they didn't know about someone else, like in an introduction, or they can just make it up like I do sometimes and make it kind of fun. But that's what I would prefer personally, but either way, it's fine. All right, so let's go to the table topics real quick. Desi, fantastic. You had renewal, and I think that you were still on your high from getting first place today. So your smile and your tone always kind of match your words, which really, really helps you do so well on top of the content. Maybe you were a little bit tired for a 4-hour contest, but in order to win division and get to district, got to do a little bit more practice. And again, there's an excuse today, you won. So winners can take a little bit of a nap and enjoy their moment, but you came here today and you gave it a great shot. So well done. Marendra, every flower blooms at a different pace. You always have energy that gets the audience off their seats. And one thing you did, I think that you can improve on is when you're trying to think of something, you tend to repeat and circle back around the same thing. And that's a thing that a lot of us do when we're trying to think. It's like better than going, what's better? Or saying the same thing again, trying to hopefully an answer appears or the next sentence. Just pause. It's okay. Just pause. You'll get it. All right. So well done there. Ratu. Life is one big transition. I like this phrase. That's a good one, Natalie. You made a direct comment to the audience, which is like, I bet the first 20 years of your life, you didn't really appreciate it. It's really a bold strategy. It's not a contest today. I mean, it kind of is. There is a winner. But that is a bold strategy to kind of directly challenge the audience. Because typically, in my psychological studying, people get defensive when they're told they can't do something or they didn't do something. But guess what? I like it. I like it when someone challenges me, but not everyone is me. But I did like your whole overall speech and your kind of way you did it. But in a contest, I definitely would really warn someone on, in my opinion, to challenge the audience if they didn't do something. All right. But very good, Ratu. Emmy, no matter how hard the past is, you can always begin again. Emmy. I can listen to you share your thoughts any moment of the day. Because there's always something that can be like a great inspiration, and it always kind of is uplifting. And I want to be able to hear one of your 5 to 7 minute speeches. So I've heard a lot of your table topics, and they're always so good. But again, they're like 2 minutes. I want to hear more. So well done. And again, your tone and your pacing and the honesty and the vulnerability, like Natalie mentioned, is always just welcoming in my eyes. So well done. All right, Robin. Change is inevitable. Growth is a choice. Another good topic. Robin, you have a tone that makes me think that you're just an awesome guy. When you talk and you start talking, there's people in my life that they talk and I just want to punch them in the face. Unfortunately, you're not that guy, which I guess is more fortunate in that context. But yeah, your smile, your personality, it all kind of makes you, and it gives the audience like just something positive even before you start talking. But I want to challenge you because I want to see you pretend for 2 minutes that is he even here? Robin gone? Yes. No, there is that. Okay. So I want Robin to be able to kind of be an angry guy one day. Like I want you to come up with 2 minutes, stop being inspirational, and just do something that would trick the audience. Right? When you're doing a contest, do what makes you feel comfortable. But this is where you practice. Try to do something where it's different, even if it doesn't go right the first time. That would be my challenge to you. All right. Time is still ticking. So good job, table topic people. All right. To the evaluators, Asti, you give solid feedback, and it was quite on point. The nice summary. One thing you did when you're giving advice, like I'm doing now, is try to slow down. Because when you give good feedback, you want the person you're giving it to hear it and absorb it. So that's definitely what you want to try to do. Yeah, me too. So well done, Asti. Very good, and thank you for helping us. Imelda, you used fantastic structure at a solid pace. And I think over time, as you keep on doing this over and over again, this is just true. Your advice and your feedback is just going to come out smoother and smoother, which will make the feedback much more clear. That will match your pace and your structure as well. So well done. Fifi. Well done again. Your voice is always so positive. We talked about that before. And honestly, if I ever had to get news that I was going to die in the next week, I would prefer to hear it from you because I'd still be happy probably, which is great. Now, I want to give you, over the whole time I've seen you grow and get better and more confident, which is great. Once you get that confidence, kind of like the same thing with Robin, you want to try different vocal tones and emotions and kind of like challenge yourself to not really be yourself in a little bit. And what that does, like Robin's speech about the crab, is it kind of sheds your shell and it makes you grow a little bit bigger when you kind of take that step outside of your comfort zone. So well done. All right, back to Ratu. Make jokes, and you gave congratulations for completing a project right off the get-go. You gave specific feedback about Asti's confidence, and you gave my favorite feedback ever. When someone uses the word but, and you explained it so well, when you use the word but, everything you said before the word but doesn't make any sense. I mean, it doesn't matter anymore. You're just going to change it all to, oh, what a nice day today. But my dog died. No, she didn't. She's fine. But you see the point. It's not really a great day in that context. All right. So very good job, Ratu. Well done. Oh, yeah. Also with that, you give a solid reminder about feedback and advice, which again, when you're evaluating a speaker, you're also evaluating and you're giving like education to the whole audience. So for me, I can use that as well. So thank you very much. Aha. Natalie. Robin, again, it's your competition right here. Natalie's clarity, and she's so positive and she's always on point. And today she was able to kind of control her pacing from beginning, middle, and end, which has been her little sore thumb, I guess you want to call it that. And she does this. If you guys pay attention, this is recorded. Go back, watch Natalie. She does the same thing, and it's a structure that typically works. Go watch the evaluation videos. It's there. This is why she'll probably be in district this year, because, she does this so well. Powers of 3, right? That's important, right? People like the number 3. I don't know why, but it always works. She also used proper jargon, which is just the proper words like signposting, and gave specific examples while being positive. Because again, you want to be positive. The one thing I will say, Natalie, the one thing I personally don't like is when you use the word always. We are speakers, right? As speakers, we're trying to be creative. And when you use the word always do this. It takes away any room for creativity to where we can't move left or right of what you're trying to say. Because you did give good advice with it. You said, what does it say? Personally think when son, so I messed up when you use it, but you can look back at the recording. You said, always do this. There's always room for a little wiggle room, in my opinion. But good job, Natalie. Always solid. See?
Wait, I thought no always.
Not always, but she's always solid. That's true. That's a fact. When it's a fact, you can use always. All right. Timer. Gini. Boom. Great job. You showed the lights, asked for help when you thought you might have had internet issues. I would really prefer if you were able in the beginning to use the specific breakdowns for each section. 5 to 7 minutes, 1 to 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes. Because you did the lights really well, but use it for each one. I'll counter. Sharp as always. Well done. And our grammarian to end it up. Gini, well done. Good use of the visuals, because it helps way so much to us to see what we did right and what we did wrong. I don't like using visuals because I have to talk more. And it distracts you guys from me. Anyways, I'm done. That took way too long, but I think it was very educational and thorough, which is more important sometimes. So I'm going to give it back to our Tom. Again, Robin, watch Natalie's evaluation again. It's a really good tool. Pivot.
Thank you. Finally, the very long train coming just now, but after 50 minutes, finally Ben managed to say whatever he wanted to say. All right, thank you, Ben, for the thorough evaluation, and I hope all of us will blossom from this feedback. All right, so let's call our Robin, will the one sharing the certificate, and I will announce our most favorite speakers. All right, drum roll, please. The best Pipit speaker is Intan.
Yay!
Oh, yeah.
Intan.
Okay, let me spotlight Intan. Where is she? Intan.
Yeah.
I cannot see her. Okay.
I'm here.
Yes. Okay, one, post. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Now, the best table topic speaker is Robin?
Robin.
Oh, Robin. Okay. Who would have thought? But okay. No, just joking.
Doesn't get bored of waiting,
Okay.
does he?
Where is Robin? Robin, show your face. Okay, so I can spotlight you. Spotlight for everyone. 1, 2, 3. Ta-da. Yes. Thank you. Now, next one is best evaluator is Natalie. What a shocker. Yeah. Never thought Natalie could win once, at least in her life.
You bet money on
So
that.
well done. 1, 2, 3. Ta-da. Right, thank you. So I will give the control to the president, Natalie, still spotlighted, to please close the meeting.
Okay, thank you, Pipit. Sorry, I think I removed the spotlight. Can you spotlight me again? Thank you. Okay, guys, thank you so much for a great meeting. I would like to again say thank you to all of the role takers from other clubs, the visiting Toastmasters. Thank you so much for helping your youngest club, your youngest sibling, Bhinneka Online Toastmaster Club. And I also would like to congratulate all the winners and all other role takers. Now for the club business and announcement, we would like to conduct it because we're already over time. So I would like to officially close this meeting first. So if you're a guest or visiting Toastmasters and you want to leave, feel free to leave. If you're a Bhinneka members, please stay for about like 5 to 10 minutes. We'll do the announcement, role taking for next week meeting, and also that, that special announcement that I mentioned earlier. So by this, our meeting for 21st of March is officially closed and the recording can be stopped. Thank you so much. I'll see you again next week.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Now, yeah, the